So here's the thing. Being a PC content creator, I am bound to have some extra parts lying around, especially components like storage drives, which are easily replaced to upgrade to a bigger capacity drives. And the old ones, if not sold, are usually kept somewhere collecting dust. And currently, I have a couple of spare M.2 SSDs lying around, so I figured, why not use them? And since all of the M.2 slots on my two setups are currently in use, the only way I can use those extra SSDs are to put them in an enclosure. So today, we have one right here. This is the Asus TUF Gaming A1 SSD enclosure. And today, we're going to take a look at this bad boy and see if it works as advertised. But before we get into it, a short word from our sponsor. Gearup Booster! Gearup Booster is a game optimizer service that reduces latency, prevents packet loss, and stabilizes network connection for gamers. But hey, don't take my word for it, let's test their services. So we're going to test Escape from Tarkov, which recently had its servers wiped. So in order for us to make a proper benchmark of the effects of Gearup Booster, we're going to play the game with and without the Gearup Booster. So first, we're going to play the game without the Gearup Booster. So we're now at the lobby of Escape from Tarkov. We're going to play our scab first. So here we are at customs, and currently I'm suffering from 9% packet, 11% packet loss, and I'm currently having 177 milliseconds of latency, which is pretty bad for this game. Now let's try playing Escape from Tarkov with Gearup Booster enabled. All we need to do is open the app, select Escape from Tarkov, and hit boost. Once it starts boosting, just open Escape from Tarkov. So let's hop into a game, let's play PMC. So here we are at customs, and as you can see, it's a massive improvement from the session earlier. Currently, we're having 31 milliseconds of latency and 0% packet loss, which is amazing. So check out Gearup Booster, especially if you're having some latency issues when playing. Gearup Booster is currently offering a 30% off when you use our promo code GSTV on your purchase. I've been using their program for almost 2 months now when playing Escape from Tarkov, Diablo 4, CSGO, Dota 2, and I have no issues or whatsoever. So yeah, massive shout out to Gearup Booster for sponsoring this video. Let's get back to testing some components. As usual, let's start with the unboxing. The box is full of labels which are indicative of the product's specs and features. Opening this box, you immediately get the SSD enclosure wrapped in a protective bag. Underneath are the installation guide, the manual, and the package also includes a USB-C cable and a hex key. At the back of the enclosure are 4 hex screws which we need to remove in order to get to the M.2 slot. Use the hex key and turn it in a counterclockwise direction to loosen the screws. Afterwards, just remove the back cover to reveal the M.2 slot. The TUF Gaming A1 supports 3 M.2 sizes, 2242, 2260, and 2280. The back cover also comes pre-applied with a thermal pad, so rest assured your M.2 drive will run cool. To install your M.2 drive, turn the Q latch towards the top part of the enclosure, align your M.2 drive, slot it in place, lock the Q latch, and you should be good to go. Time to close the back part of the enclosure. Place the backplate and screw all 4 hex screws. Make sure to screw them firmly to ensure the enclosure's water resistance. Now all that's left to do is to grab the USB-C cables and attach it to the USB-C port, and the enclosure should be ready to use. Here are the specs of this enclosure. For connectivity, the A1 uses USB 3.2 Gen 2 interface, which is rated up to 10 Gbps transfer speeds. It supports both NVMe PCIe and SATA interface SSDs, and Asus claims that it lives up to military standard shock testing and is IP68 water and dust resistant. To test these claims, I dropped the A1 2 times at a height of 75 cm to test if it's really drop resistant. True enough, the enclosure did survive and is working properly. Here's the actual footage of me trying to see if the enclosure still works after the drop test. For the performance test, here are the parameters. I equipped the A1 with Kingston's NV2 NVMe, which Kingston claims to have read speeds of up to 3,500 megabytes per second and write speeds of up to 2100 megabytes per second. I performed a 10 gig file transfer from my PC, which is using Crucial's P3 Plus as primary drive, to the NV2. And here are the results. For the pricing, the TUF A1 SSD enclosure will set you back $50 or around 2,800 Philippine pesos. And here are some of my pros and cons about this product. So there you have it, the Asus TUF Gaming A1 SSD enclosure. A compact and durable enclosure for your M.2 SSDs. This accessory is very handy to have around, especially if you're like me who burns through storage drives and need an enclosure for those spare SSDs. So what do you guys think of this product? Are you going to buy it? Let me know down in the comment sections below. And as usual, hit the like button if you like the video, dislike if you don't, and consider subscribing to the channel because it helps us a lot. See you guys on the next video.